Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 10 of the Wild Wes Show. We got a great show lineup for you guys today. We have soon to be, mark it here first on the Wild Wes Show, soon to be hip hop legend Shannon Smith. So sit back, grab you a cold one, and let's get the party started.
Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 10 of the Wild Wes Show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for every little thing you do. Because listen, I got a good episode for you today. I got one of the legendary coming up from the bottom all the way to the top, rising like the phoenix, the beautiful person he is. Shannon Smith, MC Essential.
Hey.
We got to start this right. With a little piece to it. Shannon, how you doing tonight?
I'm blessed, man. Feel great.
Looking great, feeling great. How you doing?
Oh man, how about yourself, man?
You know, Champ always doing good.
Yeah, I love the belt, man. I love this.
Thank you.
This is reminiscent of old times because when I watched wrestling as a kid, I always wanted one of these.
Hey, you got the body for it. You go in there, you have about 3 drop kicks. That belt's yours.
And you never know, man.
You
Have
got
a super kick party myself.
Tear me up right now. Woo! Good move.
That's what I do.
There you go. Listen, rap artist, R&B artist.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I gotta know. How did you get your start?
How'd I get my start, man?
Yeah.
When I was about 17 years old, I was working my after-school job, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, I never really delved into songwriting. I've always been a creative person, always read, always wrote. I was more of an athlete than anything.
Yeah.
But when, you know, the athletics was kind of leaving me a little bit,
Gotcha.
I got into writing just some things I used to do with my friends. Never really thought of anything going forward. Never thought of like making it big until I got to about 17, 18 years old. Started keeping a journal myself, more thoughts, just coming together with it. I started getting good with it. Met some friends. I got a little lucky, I can say. I had some friends of mine that had the idea, but never really the start.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, hey, why not give this a shot? What have I got to lose? And I've been going at it ever since.
All right. So that'd be about 13 years, 14?
Yeah, about 14, about around that time. So yeah, I'm getting a little old, to get a little gray, you know, but age ain't number the number.
Get
and
the experience.
You're only as old as you feel.
You got that right. Folks, you better be taking notes at home. Just write it down. He give you the life lessons. So, from there, how did you get your inspiration in doing it like? What did you inspire from?
Now, around that time when I started writing, one of my favorite rappers, Jay-Z, one of my favorites, put out The Blueprint in 2001. When I was re-listening to that, just a little bit, just sitting around, and that album right there was the album that changed my life. I said that in actual one of the songs on my tape. And that album right there changed my life, made me feel like it could be done, made me feel like it could be real.
Yeah.
And I didn't know where to begin, but something just told me, you know what, I paid attention to the album, listened to the album, everything. I loved it, and it was one of those albums I just got like my ideas from and got like a base off of. So of course, you know, Jay-Z, one of my favorites, one of the best. So I got to give credit to The Blueprint.
There you go. Anybody else you probably may have picked their brain from or picked some of your style from?
A lot of the older hip hop artists. Rakim is my favorite of all time.
Okay.
I mean, my list is Rakim, number 2, everybody else.
There
So
you go.
that's basically how the list is
Yeah.
for me. So I listen to a lot of him. I listen to a lot of the 80s and 90s. I listen to a lot of Nas. Listen to a lot of. I listen to other music as well too.
Yeah.
But I mean, mostly it's been mostly hip hop, mostly Pete Rock, CL Smooth, most of those guys, and I just was. This is where I wanted to be. That was where I wanted to get at because they had a lot of knowledge. They said a lot of meaning, and they had a lot of lessons inside of their music. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted a piece of that.
Gotcha. All right. And just backing up just a little bit, you said you also listen to other music, probably like metal, rock, and from that sort. Probably have you picked anything from that as well to put in?
A lot of soul music.
There you go.
See, my grandma, my mom, my dad. My dad had a stack of records. My dad was a DJ years before I was born.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of records, stacked a lot of soul records, a lot of soul music as well. I still listen to a lot of soul music.
Yeah.
Still listen to it 70s, 80s, a lot of R&B.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of things come from that.
Yeah.
And I love the samples. That was another thing too. Hip hop does a lot of samples. They sample that old music, and that's just one of the things that I love. Is just the sampling and some of those old songs being put to hip hop beats.
Yeah.
It's one of the best things in the world. I love it.
Oh, yeah. That's why I like it. Kind of revives it, brings it up, and gives the new generation, you know, it's like, hey, you know, you can learn from this.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see. Now, have you got any shows coming up planned or anything?
I'm planning actually to do another one soon. My buddy is opening back his coffee shop, my buddy Greg.
Okay.
I talked to him. That's why I did my mixtape release last year.
All right, cool.
And I'm looking to do that. I'm also looking for any type of work when it comes down to music.
Okay.
So I'm looking for that. I may have something planned in December around Christmas.
There you go.
Haven't said anything yet,
Heck
but
yeah.
it's got something to do with my toy drive that I'm wanting to do.
All right, cool.
And so, yeah, it may be something around the corner. I still got to do a little more writing down, a little more talking. And we'll go from there.
Hey, he's got something cool. Folks, it's going too good. I'm getting too tore up. I gotta get some water. I gotta get about 3 cases of Busch Light. Listen, we take a quick commercial break and we'll come back. We're gonna have more with Shannon Smith.
Come on out to 217 9th Street in historic downtown of Wilkesboro today. Or give us a call at 336-818-1880 to start your comic subscription and save up to 15% off cover prices.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Wild Wes Show. Listen, I hope you had a good commercial break. I hope you got something cold, because, man, Shannon over here has been burning me up with these bars he's been laying. Tearing me up, Cincinnati style.
Hey.
Shannon, well, we got people here. We got them hooked now.
Okay.
You want to give a shout out to your plugs? Get your plugs out there.
Sure. Find me on Facebook, facebook.com/MC Essential. I'm on Twitter, The Real Smith. You know, I talk about a little bit of everything, not just music, but I've got my links to SoundCloud as well too. So that's another thing. Make sure you find me on SoundCloud. Make sure you give the listeners. I'll be dropping some new music hopefully in another month or so.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to that. Been on the pad a little bit.
All right.
And so I'm looking forward to doing that. Looking forward to get back into it.
What a deal. Let's talk about this lovely CD we got right here.
Let's do it.
What's the name of it?
5-finger discount.
5-finger discount. Man, look. Roll drive with the tongue. Man, I was listening to that CD, and the first thing I noticed when I listened to it, I was like, man, this sounds good. I said, it's clean. You know, I mean, it didn't feel like it was rushed. It just felt like it hit all the key notes. That's what I like about it.
Great, great.
Like some people, like, and you know, some people when they do it, they like to do over the top, and they forget what they was doing in the first place.
Exactly.
So that, it gets to the point, and, you know, it gets a little catchy, because it's like, I think it was song 4 or 5 on that.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a little boogie-woogie to it. That's just me, though. But tell me about that CD.
The funny part about it is this CD was actually not planned.
Okay.
What it was, my good friend I was saying about, Greg Brady, runs Anchor Coffee, by the way. He's going to be opening back up, I believe, on the 27th of July.
There you go.
So make sure you go by and nab your coffee and see my buddy Greg. But anyway, I planned on doing a mixtape release. I've always wanted to do something like that.
Yeah.
I got the idea a couple years back, and it was something I always wanted to do. Never really had the funds, never really had the place to do it. But I got in touch with Greg. I called him one day, which was actually this month last year.
Yeah.
I called him and asked him, you know, you think that you would like to have me at your coffee shop so I can do a mixtape release? He was all in.
Yeah.
He loved it. He was like, yeah, let's do it. And cause I started looking at my SoundCloud and all the music that I had, and I was like, you know what? I kind of have almost a tape done. So we'll go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
So we picked a day in October, and at that time I got to work. I just got to work. I had about 8 or 9 songs already done.
Yeah.
So I decided to do a few more, and I had to add a few skits. There was some things I had to add in there. And we got it done. I got it done about the top of October, got it mixed down and got it mastered. My good friend in Nashville, Ryan R&B Barber, did a wonderful job with that. My buddy, Brian Bailey, who is local here, he done a lot of mixing and mastering for me for about maybe a good 6-7 years. And my DJ Deacon,
There you go.
one of the best guys that I know, one of the best guys on the ones and twos. He DJ'd the show. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Had a good turnout, and I gave my tape out at the show.
Yeah.
So that was where it came from. And I've always wanted to do a tape called 5-finger discount. Another way of saying you're getting a steal.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why I done it.
There you go. Now, how can the people at home, the lovely people that's watching, how can they get a hold of them?
Oh, you know what? I'm all around. Make sure that you come at me. I always have copies on
You
me.
already got them.
One thing I'm planning on doing, and I've been trying to do this, but the website is killing me. I'm trying to put it up to where I can actually have it to where everybody can download it.
Okay.
I'll be working on that, and I'll make sure to put it on my Facebook, on my Twitter, to where you can actually download it. I know that music has gotten to the point where it's digital,
Yeah.
and not everybody carries around hard copies. But I'm going to be getting that up real soon. I'm going to try my best to find the website to do it, and I may just go the SoundCloud route and do it there.
Okay.
Once I get my SoundCloud back up and running, I got to pay the fee as well too, which that won't take long at all. But I'll make sure to do that to where everybody can download it. But I know that that's been a hassle, and I tried to do it when it first came out, but the website that I was using didn't work with me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get it there, and I'm going to make sure to do so right before the next one drops.
All right.
So yes.
Folks, you're going to be getting in double trouble here. That's one thing. Don't get me wrong, the hard copy, but I also like the digital because I like to keep it on my phone, and that way it's like, I want to hear Shannon. Boom,
Absolutely.
right there, boom, right there.
Yeah, man. I'm going to make sure that happens right there. You just bear with me, and I'll make sure to do so.
Great things take time.
Absolutely.
Look at this. But anyway.
You're the champ, man. You
Hey.
didn't get this title for nothing.
You got that right. See, the man is smart. No wonder he's number one in the game already. There you go. Listen, we got the SoundCloud and we got plugs in. Listen, I noticed you've been taking in a little bit of boxing.
Yeah, I have, man.
Now, from a boxing fan, you gotta tell me about that. How'd you get into this?
Well, the thing about it is, in January, I really don't do this, but the New Year's resolution thing,
Gotcha.
We're going to go to the gym, we're going to lose weight, and then everybody in February is going to not go back to the gym. You know how that goes. We're beginning in January, we're going to do well, we're going to do great, and then February comes, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I actually started it because I saw a boxing workout online, and I thought it'd be really cool. So I got in touch with my buddy Andrew Palmer, who runs Peace Regime Boxing Club, downtown North Wilkesboro. He's been a friend of mine for a good part of 12 years.
Yeah.
We went to high school together. He's a great guy. He's a musician as well too. He actually gave me the green light to do a couple of shows with him.
Oh, nice.
When I was beginning. And I mean, he's a gracious guy. I love the guy to death. He's a big fan of boxing as well too. So I messaged him on Facebook, and I was like, you know what, man, can I do this workout at your gym? And he started giving me his rates and everything, his classes, his times. He said, I'd love to have you in the adult class. And me, I was like, well, the way my time is, I don't think I'll be able to do it. But he said, come try for 2 days, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
You can always try it. Free 2-day trial. Went to the first day. I loved it. And I've been doing it ever since. That was January 31st, and I've been doing it ever since.
There you go.
And it's a great workout. I do it for the workout, and I do it for the to feel better. Competition, I don't know. I'm still up in the air. I'm getting to the point where I'm sparring.
Yeah.
Now I'm working with some of the kids, helping them out because he's got some competitors. He's got some good kids. He's got some guys that are a little younger than me that's going to be competing as well too, and they're doing great. They're putting in work every day, and they help me out.
There you go.
They keep me motivated. So that's one of the things. I mean, I'll be a punching bag to them.
There you go. Hey, you never know. Through that, you may help train a champion.
Absolutely. I mean, but Andrew, he does a great job with those guys, and the guys love him, and the kids he works with, they love him to death, and he's real good with the parents as well too. He cares about them.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. He cares about them. He cares about everybody who comes in the door. He and I have carried on conversations way after our workouts, meaningful conversations, and he's a real smart guy. I mean, I know his family. He's a great dude.
There you go.
I gotta give credit's due, and also people help him. My friend Heather, who's working with him as well too. I've known her longer, and Chris as well too. Another guy he works with as well too. I met him this year, and he's ran mitts with me. He works me to death.
There you
but
go.
that's what I like.
Hey, that's how you that's how you get better.
Exactly.
If you keep accomplishing goals, you're not getting better.
You're right. You're right.
You're just passing time.
Definitely.
So, now this is me. The folks at home, I get a little bit excited talking about the mixed martial arts and all that. People tore up. Now, would you consider yourself like an orthodox style, or maybe a Philly style? How would you consider your style of fight?
I go orthodox.
Orthodox.
Oh yeah, I love watching Ali. I love watching Roy Jones Jr.
That's my favorite all time.
Oh, he's my favorite of all time
Yeah.
too. I mean, I knew we had a link somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I love James Toney. And I love a fighter that can make somebody look stupid.
Right.
And especially at that pro level, and it's just Roy. Like how he do his taunt. It wasn't a taunt like you know, a ham bear. It's just like, what do you got? You know,
Right.
come on, let's really fight. Come on.
And his hand speed. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
He was so fast. He had such fast hands and feet. And that's another thing too. His defense was great, but of course the offense was awesome. That right hook, one of the best left right
Yeah.
hooks in the business. He had knockout power in both hands.
Yeah.
And that tells you something when you've got a guy who's like, you know, not even heavyweight. You know, Roy could have been a great heavyweight in my eyes right there.
Yeah.
If he would have moved up to
Yeah.
becoming heavyweight, and if he would have kept his head in the game, that's one of the things.
Yeah.
But I love seeing him as a middleweight, you know, going up in weight class. And he was just magical to watch. It was poetry in motion.
Yeah.
That's the thing with him that I love, that he just was able to dazzle. If you never even watched boxing and they said, you know, watch Roy Jones Jr., watch him, and you would be like, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
So, and it would make you become a boxing fan all over again. So if you stop watching boxing and watch Roy Jones Jr., you would probably be like, wow, I love this guy. So
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, he was so smooth, and just his ins and outs and his angle. It's just,
Yeah.
man, probably today, in my opinion, one of the ones I enjoy. I think his name's Klitschko.
Oh, you like the brothers? You like the brothers?
Oh no, I'm pronouncing it, but he's Ukrainian. I think he fights down welterweight. Now, of course, I don't think he'll be. I think
Nomachenko.
Nomachenko.
Ah, yeah, you like him.
I mean, it's just he done one move, and it was like he squared up to he threw a feint, and then the guy was, because he was kind of swelling up, stepped to the side, literally stepped to the side and threw a straight right next to him. I was like, man, I mean, to pull that off.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
Nomachenko is a great champ right now.
Yeah.
I want to see his next fight. We've been talking about him at the gym because I got a good friend of mine. He likes him. He likes Nomachenko.
Yeah.
I like him too, and I need to see a little more fights from him because I've only seen like his last 3 fights.
Yeah.
And I want to see a little more of what he's got.
Yeah.
And I like his artillery. I mean, I love his speed.
Yeah.
And I love his head movement. I love his angles, like you said. And he has his speed. I mean, that's the thing about him, his speed. He comes with the jab and then he follows with everything else after it. And that's just one of the things, his setup punch. His setup punch and his counter punching.
Yeah.
Those are big things right there. If you want to be a serious boxer, want to be a serious contender, you better counter punch with all you've got.
Yeah. It's not all about haymaker, maybe jab too, and then
Tire you out in a heartbeat.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's really, and that's the thing, like you was talking about Roy, and I liked about James Toney, is that they, like with MMA, I love MMA, but it seems like as you go further down the line, they cut weight down so they can still stay in the game.
True.
Roy and Toney, they moved up the weight.
They had to.
Yeah.
If you saw some of the matches that they had no choice.
Yeah.
There was nobody in their weight classes that could contend with them, so they had to move up in order to do it. And of course, the belt count.
Yeah.
One thing also too.
That's
So.
true. I mean, there's tons of division in boxing. I mean, hey, if you're winning in them, take them belts when you can.
You already know.
Look at Mayweather.
Absolutely, one of the best in the game right now.
Man, love you, Connor, but man, he made me that last part. We love you, Connor. Don't get us wrong. You done good.
I couldn't watch that fight, man. I really couldn't because it wasn't a true boxing match.
No, it was like, Tony and Couture.
Right. I
Yeah.
couldn't watch that either. It wasn't true MMA. I
No.
mean, and of course, Randy Couture made a monkey out of him, and that hurt me to death right there to see that out of James Toney.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a work ethic like nobody's business.
Yeah.
But going in there, and Randy Couture's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And you've been doing this a long time. This guy's been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And then you go in there, you go into his realm.
Yeah.
And then you go in there and you just get carved up like that. It was bad.
I say he held on that arm triangle. He did a little bit of defense, but it's just like it's Randy. It's Captain America.
Yeah. He didn't know where to cover first.
Yeah. I mean, to last that long against him,
yeah, I give him credit.
Yeah.
But he couldn't finish.
He got there. So, Tony, you still got love from us, no problem.
Absolutely.
Man, that got me 12. Listen, we got to take another commercial break, but when we come back, Glendale, Shannon Smith. Back to the Wild Wes Show. I hope you liked and subscribed during that commercial break. Give me all that YouTube money you can. I throw it around like no tomorrow. But ladies and gentlemen, still here. We got the legendary Shannon Smith. Just tearing it up like no tomorrow. Let me tell you, I love that shirt you got on.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
The Razor Ramon.
Now, you know I wore that shirt for you, right?
Tore me up.
See, the thing about it is, 3 years ago, I don't know if you remember, but you sent me the link to it, and I couldn't refuse.
That's true. Hey, listen. The rest of the world, we're a good world. We like to take care of each other.
Yeah.
We may talk a little junk to each other, but when somebody attacks us, we go after you full strong.
You already know.
Well, wearing that Razor shirt, would you say he's probably your favorite or favorite of all time?
He's probably number 2 to The Undertaker.
Undertaker number 1.
But see, the thing about it is when you break down wrestlers to me, I always ask the question, do you look at promo ability, skill in the ring, persona, all of that. If you would look at persona and all that, Razor's number 2.
Yeah.
Because he had great ring ability.
Yeah.
He, of course, could captivate you with the microphone. And he knew how to carry a match as well, too. He could carry good matches as well. One of those great, iconic ladder matches from WrestleMania.
Yes.
And WrestleMania when he's holding both titles.
Yeah.
So, yes.
That's awesome. I mean, and it makes you think, I understand, what was going on with the company at the time. I mean, they had that much faith. They had him put over at WrestleMania with a title over Shawn.
Yeah.
If they don't say, hey, we believe in you.
And that's tough to believe right there. Of course, with the way Shawn Michaels was tearing up the business at that time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you could, somebody like Razor, who was a very good heel, by the way.
Yes. Oh, Lord.
But he was a heel that could turn into a face even better.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And like his NWO days.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's take a survey. I mean, it was great. It was done right.
Loved it, man. Loved it.
Oh.
I wish I had the toothpick to flip it at the camera, Wish I could.
I remember growing up, my mom was, why you got 10 toothpicks? In restaurants. I got to practice.
Oh man, that's really funny because everybody hits me with that every time. They always see you, with the toothpick. Me, I never got that from Razor Ramon. I never did. I got that from my great uncle Thomas.
Yeah.
He always had a toothpick in his mouth. When I was a little boy, he'd always hold me, and I'd always try to get it.
Yeah.
When I got a little older, I started having them.
Yeah.
Then Scott Hall comes around. Razor Ramon comes around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, more relevance.
There you go.
There you go. But my Uncle Thomas was the one that done that right there with me. So yeah, I got to give credit to him first before Razor. Razor's the reason why I throw him.
There you go. I was why I got him. Raised the reason I thought. Oh man. How do you think we're gonna go a little bit off topic, but in topic.
Go ahead.
That's how we're getting wild. That's how we do it. That's how I do
Yeah.
it. The state of wrestling today, how do you look at it?
You know what? I think it's gotten better.
Yeah.
The indies are killing it right now.
Yeah.
And I will watch indie wrestling all day, as opposed to WWE. And I never thought in a million years I would say that because I'm a WWE kid. I grew up WWE. I grew up during the Monday Night Wars. I remember flipping back and forth between WWF and Monday Nitro, and seeing who's going to be where and who's going to do what. And you see the bouncing off of the shows as well too. If you're a big wrestling fan, you see the bouncing off that they done week to week and show to show. So that's another thing. But the indies are great. I love the indies, and I watch New Japan. I watch Ring of Honor. I love that to death. They're great shows, and their matches are incredible.
Yeah.
They put a lot of relevance towards their wrestlers. But I think that as far as that, the WWE is not the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
Which for years that's the way it was. They had nobody to contend with them. But then TNA came around, and then New Japan started getting better. Ring of Honor and New Japan came together.
Yeah.
And that helped them so much with the success of the Bullet Club, with people seeing more of the Ring of Honor guys going WWE, bringing some Ring of Honor guys to watch WWE because of their Ring of Honor days, their New Japan days. I think that, and it's kind of something that I read, I think Vince McMahon is a big wrestling fan overall. Yeah. And I think it's great for the sport. As far as one company, nah. As far as WWE, not really. But for New Japan and for Ring of Honor, oh yeah. They're getting the young guys. They're getting the young fans as well too. And some of the older fans that love wrestling, that are big on the wrestling aspect, the ring artwork, they're loving it. So yeah.
That's like, and that's one thing I was going to say is a lot of these wrestlers now, they're saying they're living in the golden age of wrestling. I'm like, I wouldn't say the golden age, because I mean, the attitude there during that time, because I mean, you also had ECW.
Right.
And you also still had some NWA shows because they were trying to, because WCW, blah blah blah.
Right.
But anyway, it was more mainstream. How I look at it now, it may not be more mainstream, but it has reached out to more people.
Exactly.
So it's like, back then, you know, everybody just would know, you know, everybody knew their Hogans, your Austins, your Rocks, and all that. But now it's like, some people may not know it, but people from across the country know what you're talking about. You know,
Definitely.
that's the beautiful thing about the internet, brought everybody together, and wrestling fans. It's more, you know, it's like, especially with the networking now, it's like, you can watch any match now.
Right.
Back then, you know, tape trade. I don't know if you ever done that.
Oh, I did.
Okay, yeah. Okay, man, you know what I'm
I
talking
didn't have the money for it at
Yeah.
that time right there. I had to beg mom and dad for that
Yeah.
right there. But, you know, sometimes it worked, sometimes it wouldn't.
and you keep your fingers crossed going to the video.
Absolutely. Oh, man, all the time, man. To get that old WrestleMania from the year before
Yeah.
to catch up with the next year's WrestleMania that was coming up probably in
Yes.
another couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and we had to have that done through a magazine as
Yes.
well, too. We had to get the subscriptions to the wrestling magazines.
Yeah.
We had to, because if we didn't, we would miss it.
Yeah.
And now, you know, with the internet and with social media, definitely the kids don't have to do that.
Nah.
And you know, we don't have to do that as
Nah.
well. We can go to our Facebook pages.
Yeah, follow Twitter. Yeah.
All that. Yeah. So we know more. We know extensively about some of our favorite wrestlers as well
Yeah.
too. So that's another thing, because you know their personality show.
Yeah, that's true. And the thing is, I mean, it's nice, you know, I can pick up my phone and just be like, oh, okay, oh, well, this is the main event, okay, that's cool. But, I mean, it seemed like it was a treat, because I remember, you know, going to the grocery store, and I knew the day, you know, the WF magazine come out.
Exactly.
I'd be like, oh, man, and then Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
Yeah.
You know, Mom, she'd be out there shopping and all that. She'd go, well, if you're going to be here, you just be, you know,
Right.
hey, cool. Just be good cantaloupes and high C.
Definitely.
And it's just, but you know, and that's the thing. Wrestling, it's good, and it's got good wrestlers in it now. It's just it doesn't feel like a treat.
No.
And I don't know if that's because of my age or whatever, but it just seemed like I was so excited about Monday night.
Absolutely. Oh, couldn't wait.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait, man, because you wanted to know what happened
Exactly.
on the pay-per-views at the end, and you wanted to know what was going to be coming up for the next week as well,
Exactly.
too. And you had to really, really wait, because he'd freak out, like, you know, when school ended. That was me when school ended, and I was like, here, going home.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw is coming on, Monday Nitro.
Yeah.
All that. I got to find out what happened. Well, I got to
Exactly.
find out what's going to happen again. If you missed an episode, you're out of the loop.
Yeah. People won't even talk to you. So
Right.
It's like, hey, what happened? It's like,
Nah.
the Raven won it.
Definitely.
Oh man, that's the Austin era.
Yeah.
It's,
Definitely.
now to me, as you said on your criteria, to me, Austin will always be my favorite, and I believe the greatest all the time, because his promo skills, wrestling, but the main thing about him, he brought an emotion out.
Yep.
You know, if you want me to be his ass, give me a hell yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, you had everybody. You know, some people, they'll come up with catchphrases,
Yeah.
and plus his merch sales were just out as
Oh,
well.
all over the place, man, for real. You know, when people start to bootleg your stuff right there,
Yep.
that's how you know you came up.
You got a winner.
But I mean, think about it though. How many people wanted to go to work the next day and just like tell their boss how they felt?
Exactly.
Stone Cold done that every single Monday.
Yeah.
He lived everybody's dream.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to just tell your boss how you feel and still have your job.
Yeah.
But he did it and still kept his job. But see, he had a lot of money, and Vince McMahon knew what was going on, and it was a work.
Oh yeah.
You try doing that on Tuesday, yeah, I hate it for you.
That's a long week. Austin's got me in a few more troubles than I like to think.
Oh, I understand that. I mean, for real, man.
But the thing, on Vince's part, he made it so believable, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like,
yeah.
you know, he just, you felt the hate. Like, it's like, you hate this guy so much, why don't you just fire him? And that's what made him, he like, well, I want to punish him.
Exactly.
And it was just such a good word.
Heck yeah, you had to kick him out. You had to find a way to make him quit.
Exactly.
And it didn't work.
No.
He come back every Monday, come back every week, come back every day, and say, hey, I'm here to clock in. What can I do to make your hair white today?
Exactly. You got there. Good Lord above. Oh. But and on the benefit on WCW's part, you know, they got it over with the NWO.
Oh yeah.
It was, but they didn't know. Okay, well this is done. What's next? And it's kind of like, we can bring it back. No, we don't. It's like, well, what about Goldberg? We can do another fish streak slide. No, it's already done. It's kind of like, we can bring the NWO back, so
Yeah, I mean, and it was crazy because like what did wrong with WCW was that you did not know who ran the business.
Exactly.
You knew who ran the business with WWE.
Yeah.
You knew Vince McMahon was the boss. Every other week it was either Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
It was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
It was Ric Flair.
Yeah.
It was Eric Bischoff again. And you had no clean cut boss or who was really running it. You never knew who was running it. And that was what did it right there. And then when Vince Russo, God love him, not really, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, he made his bones with the Attitude Era, and that was great. And you know, of course, they bring him over to WCW, brings to the dark side, the skim on WWE, and it backfired. I mean, God, everything that man touched turned to rust.
Get that right.
And it was bad. He had to explain himself in pay-per-views. He had to more or less just say, well, guys, this didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, this is live. Oh, my God. And so, I mean, really, and what do you do with that? And that's what threw WCW in the crapper.
Yeah.
They could have beat out Vince McMahon and them if they had true leadership. But when you have guys who don't know the business, who are rich guys and all they do is make money, you don't have, but they're pulling strings now. All of a sudden they want to start pulling strings. Oh, well, we can do this and we can do this, but you have no idea how the business works. Run it in the ground.
Yeah.
Let the people who know the business run the business, and you sit back there and you worry about advertising and merchandising and getting everything on TV. Worry about that. Let the wrestling and the script writing and the in-ring work go to the wrestling people. Why not?
Exactly.
It's easier that way.
It's amazing the power of destruction when somebody doesn't say that.
Right. That's good right there. That's bars right there, man.
Hey. But, I mean, it's like the thing about Vince Russo is like one of the main reasons he wanted Arquette. David, you're funny, but had him as a champion, he was happy because I think it might have been the next night on Nitro, because Arquette was in the movie with Kurt. He was able to get Kurt Russell and Courtney Cox at the beginning.
Right.
And he was proud of it. Like, that was like his WrestleMania moment. I'm just like, nobody remembers that.
And nobody cares. I mean, and nobody cares. Nobody is going to go on YouTube and say, remember when David Arquette won the World Heavyweight Championship? And then everybody's going to bust out laughing.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it was. It was a farce. And that made the WCW title, which is one of my favorite titles.
Yeah.
The look of that title and the make of that title right there was like, that title is, you wanted that title.
Yeah, it was a wrestling belt.
And then you took it and put it on an actor. I mean, you just like, really, guys? You just spit on Tully Blanchard, Ric Flair, those guys. You spit in their faces by just putting it on a guy who's never wrestled a day in his life.
Yeah.
And these guys are trained like nobody's business and made their bones in the wrestling world, and they're known for their greatness in wrestling. But this guy has never wrestled. He's just in a wrestling movie.
Yeah.
Wahoo! And then you're gonna put a title on him and then high five yourself at the end of the day? No, you can't do that. No, that's terrible. I mean, really, and that's another reason why. You know, that's great. You brought the pop culture and Hollywood into wrestling. That's great. That's awesome. But at the end of the day, it wasn't good for the business.
You didn't get the payoff.
Exactly.
Sorry, Vince. So going with that now, as you mentioned, would you say you picked up from wrestling? Would you say you've added wrestling into your hip hop and your music?
Oh yeah, man. The song "Heel Turn." Yeah, that was one of my favorite songs that I wrote. I mean, I had the most fun writing that song, and I messed around with that song. I wrote that song like maybe 2 years before I actually recorded it.
Yeah.
And I had to tweak it a little bit, and because I wanted to keep that idea of a heel turn, because you know usually a heel turn is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, how you doing? So I mean, really, those guys right there, their heel turns made them better because it revived them. And when I got into the hook, what I was saying was many people thought that it wasn't going to work for me.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be like, okay, is he going to turn to this glamorous lifestyle of other rappers, or is he going to go to this? What I was trying to put in that song is countdown. When you're starting out, is countdown to where you quit and don't make it, but then when you make it, it's counting down till you sell out.
Yeah.
So that's what I try to embody in that song, is that there's no sellout. There's no, I'm doing this because it's best for business. I mean, I don't do that. I do it the way that I want to. It's kind of like Kenny Omega's his promo at the end of the Okada match, when he said that everyone said you're not the best or you're not good enough. You should just take the payday. You should be calm and tranquilo.
Yeah.
But that's not how I work. That's not me. My goal is to make my own rules. My goal is to do it this way.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you got to change some things around about you. You have to. But it's all about originality. It's all about being yourself. It's all about what you bring to the table that nobody else does. And that's what I wanted out of that song.
Awesome. Listen, folks, when you get a chance, we'll get this music loaded up. Listen, you need to get this music. Shannon, as always, what a wonderful interview. Great talking to you. But we got to get to the bar.
You know it.
Getting thirsty.
Hey.
Getting hungry.
You know it. I ain't had dinner yet, so yeah, that's great.
Hey, we got to tear it up. Folks, thank you again for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out the stuff. We're going to have some links. We're going to have some descriptions. Be able to get that music because it'll make your day 30, 40, maybe 50 times better. Thank you again.
On the five-time WCW champion. Now can you dig that?
Woke up one morning and I said I want a better life. They club and party while I'm busy writing better rhymes. Earn my studio time, live my life inside this booth. It's been a minute, but I'm spitting in this tape right here's the proof. Not to mention I did it while attending college. Got the knowledge to multitask it, a tisket and a tasket. Breaking baskets in the gym, they were laughing at my hoop dreams. I need a title, you can keep the groupies and the Gucci. They see I made a come up and I switched around my image, but the pen and pad was calling. I had unfinished business. I was teaching before I was teaching, so I never changed. All the talent that I have, the world deserves to know my name. But what keeps them sane and sleeping at night is that they're dreaming of me throwing all my efforts away, staying defeated. But I wake them up by being what many say I can be. So don't count too many sheep. I wanna watch them watching me. Yeah, they're learning I can't fall off. Now they holler he'll turn, thinking I'ma sell out. Talking just to feel heard, I never listen. Although they say it's strictly business, I take my image serious, it's never been a gimmick. They're learning I can't fall off. Now they holler he'll turn, thinking I'ma sell out. Talking just to feel heard, I never listen. Although they say it's strictly business, I take my image serious, it's never been a gimmick. You want the job done, you must do it yourself. I have been the humble servant, always asking, can I help? I've returned favors more than plenty, upheld every bargain, never once hard in my heart. Played my part from the start, gave out credit when credit was due to whom it may concern. Every chance I got to right or wrong, I left no stone unturned. But I learned quickly, somewhere low-key. After my minutes, I ain't dissing, I'm just disappointed. It gets so lonely at the top, but I'm like Razor at WrestleMania, holding both title belts. I hate to break your heart, kid. The show don't stop because I don't run with the clique. Guess I'm just an outsider since they call me Mr. Smith. I'm a legend in my city, Ricky Flair without the rope. Thought they see me hit rock bottom, but I stunned them stone cold. Check my pedigree, the game is embedded inside of me because the cream rises to the top. Macho Man, R.I.P. They're learning I can't fall off. Now they holler he'll turn, thinking I'ma sell out. Talking just to feel heard, I never listen. Although they say it's strictly business, I take my image serious, it's never been a gimmick. They're learning I can't fall off. Now they holler he'll turn, thinking I'ma sell out. Talking just to feel heard, I never listen. Although they say it's strictly business, I take my image serious, it's never been a gimmick.